Intrusion and alarm systems. Within the main alarm system, each facility external warehouse door or opening can be uniquely identified per door or per zone. Emergency exits are used for emergency purposes only, and are alarmed at all times with an individual or zone audible sounder. They also must be linked to the main alarm system. There must be a duress alarm in a covert position at visitor entry points. A weekly test is necessary. In the office, intrusion detection alarms, which are activated by the system during non-operational hours and linked to the main alarm system, have to be installed. High-value cage doors and gates are alarmed to detect forced entry. Alarms can be generated by door contacts or use of CCTV motion detection. The monitoring of alarm events must be supported 24/7 and 366 days per year via an internal or third-party external monitoring post secured from attack. All security system alarms need to respond in real time 24/7 366. The monitoring post acknowledges alarm activation and must escalate in less than 3 minutes. Alarm monitoring reports must be available, and records should be maintained for at least 2 years. The response procedures must be documented. An alarm must be transmitted on power failure or loss of the intrusion detection system at all times. Access control. The access at visitor entry points must be controlled by an employee, guard, or receptionist that has been trained on badge issuance, controls, logging, visitors, escort requirements, etc. There must be a process in place for visits outside of operational hours. All workforce entry points are access controlled 24/7 through electronic access control devices, and are also covered by CCTV. Accesses between office and warehouse or docks are to be controlled. Card access or intercom door alarms are locally audible and generate an alarm for response when held open for more than 60 seconds, or immediately if forced open. If access to the high-value cage is needed by more than 10 persons, the access is to be controlled electronically by card or fob. The access must be logged, and an access list must be in place to limit and verify that access is only granted to designated and authorized personnel. CCTV. Dock areas and all exterior sides of the facility are covered by the color or day and night exterior cameras. The cameras are mounted to be able to view all operations and movement around the external dock area at all times, unless there is a temporary obstruction due to operational needs. All vehicles and individuals must be clearly recognizable. Visitor entry points also must be covered by CCTV to clearly recognize individuals at all times. All internal dock doors and dock areas, as well as buyer assets in cargo movement or staging areas, must be covered by CCTV. The views of freight being loaded and unloaded must be clear at all times, unless there is a temporary obstruction due to operational needs. A complete CCTV coverage on the cage or vault entrance and internal area is necessary. Internal and external warehouse main trash collecting bins and compacting areas must be monitored by CCTV. The minimum recording speed for CCTV is 8 frames per second. CCTV recordings have to be stored for a minimum of 30 days. In case local laws prohibit the storage or use of CCTV, the LSP or applicant has to provide evidence of this legislation. Lighting. The lighting must be adequate in the loading and unloading areas. Lighting may be constant, activated by alarm, motion, sound detection, etc., with immediate illumination provided. Policies and procedures. Documented maintenance programs for all technical security installations and systems must be in place to ensure functionality at all times. Preventative maintenance must be conducted once a year, or in accordance with manufacturer specifications. Functionality verification of all systems need to take place once per week and must be documented, unless a system failure is immediately or automatically reported or alarmed. A repair order must be initiated within 48 hours of the fault being discovered. For any repairs expected to exceed 24 hours, alternative mitigations must be implemented. The LSP has to ensure all subcontractors and vendors are aware of and comply with LSP-relevant security programs. The person who performs internal or yearly audits for the applicant, or LSP, called the LSP Authorized Auditor, must be trained.